Hello Kitab Club, this is Salma from the Nerd Side XO and thank you for having me today to talk all things book. I read everything, but I'm more of a plot-driven reader, so I prefer books that are going somewhere. Even for non-fiction, I love memoirs. I love to read about people and their stories and hardships. And yeah, so it's basically historical fiction, memoirs, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of romance, anything that will get me to see how people live and that will resonate with me somehow. I'm currently reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagari. It's a book that follows 4 friends since college and throughout their lives, the hardships, their sorrows. It's a dark book. It has a lot of tragedy. Booktalk definitely helped the publishing industry to increase sales and helped it revive again. But I feel like I'm not the targeted audience for Booktalk books. I did try several from different genres. I feel that the characters lack depth in most of Booktalk's famous books, and I feel like the targeted audience is more of young adults. My reading habits definitely changed after I moved to Belgium, basically because I have less free time here, taking care of myself and all the house chores. However, I feel like I started to tend to read more books that are taking place in Europe than in the US, because I feel like those books are in places I can always visit and be transported into that world. As a Potterhead, I have a special place for each book of the saga, but the Order of the Phoenix will always be my favorite. I loved how tragic it is, but at the same time, we got to know more the Marauders, Harry Potter's dad and his best friends. We had an amazing fight, wand fight between Dumbledore and Voldemort. So yeah, the book has a really special place in my heart. I do read from time to time in French, but I read a lot more when I was younger, especially Molière. I love Molière with all of my heart. I love his prose as well as his rhymes and the way he creates his characters and how they are mischief. And yeah, Molière will always have my heart. I have 2 advice for anyone who wants to get into reading. It doesn't matter how much you read. What matters the most is for you to actually read. It doesn't matter whether you read 1 page or 20 books in a month. There are months where I read more than 12 books. There are months where I barely read 5 pages, and it's okay. What matters is, as I said, is for you to read and pick a genre you're interested in. It doesn't matter if people are reading memoirs and you're into vampires or romance, or you're into manga or graphic novels. They are all books. They are all stories that need to be told and stories that are being told. So what matters is for you to actually read. Just baby steps, choose what you love, and at your own pace. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you once again, Kitab Club, for having me. And if you are in need of any book recommendation or book reviews, you can find me at the Nerd Side XO, whether on YouTube, Instagram, Goodreads, or TikTok. And yeah, see you soon.